Gotta fill that time.
Or that hole.
Well, that's on fault. We're not there yet.
That's true. That's a good point, Joe. That is true. But we're going to start us off on red card. Hopefully they got whatever, the whole veto conversation figured out. I'm going to pray they got the right sides picked. Otherwise, I might slap somebody.
Don't want that to happen.
Nope. I got a mean slap. Yeah. Very strong hands, Joe. A lot of weight behind it. Hello, elevator. Ding, ding.
I don't know why that was so funny to me. What is this map?
I know. Oh, it was just, it really felt like Warzone for a second, I swear.
Felt like a movie.
Yeah, I know. It's like a Die Hard movie or something, right?
Yeah.
Holy hell. But did you see anything, I know, that you really liked from Breach on this particular map yesterday? Maybe helped them get the victory? Or
I mean, I think really, if you look at their P2 was a good one there. That's where they found a lot of time versus Optic.
We'll see if they can lock down the P2 again. I know that this map's just, yeah, is one we're going to see how much we really see it called into play. Cammy starts out 3-0, looking for number 4. Geo there, laying on his butt, then popping it up, finding the kill. A nice start from Breach here is they'll find all of the opening time. Snoopy about Luce's. I think Luce's aim assist maybe there for a second. A little bit of mantle cheese, but finally able to get the kill. So now we'll focus on P2 and see if maybe Breach can find that type of success here. Pollock's going big though with a couple of headshots.
And I think what's just interesting about Red Chart is this is one of the bigger maps in the game, right? But like what every single hill has is just very close spawns. So it just feels like it needs a couple of spawn updates, and it would smooth things out a bit. But instead, like it just feels so chaotic. But then you're running forever.
It's just weird because like I get it because like I feel like in pubs you kind of need that. Like they want pubs to stay like fast and frantic and close spawns, but a lot of times for us. Yeah, it just creates chaos where there is a lot of space on the map where you could get more old school spawn outs and really set up. I mean, this map, if it had deeper spawns, you could probably really punish people. Like, just some of the angles and like corners you could tuck away, and if you got good position, it'd be a very punishing map. Yeah. Instead, it's like, I don't know, it reminds me of, you and I talked about this, like kind of like Hotel a couple years back, where Hotel should have had space. Shouldn't have been as chaotic as it was, but due to spawns, it played like it was half the size.
Yeah, it's constant. I mean, maybe here you get a bit of a push out here. Paul's in a really good spot, but yeah, I mean, you just spawn right next to your teammate there. Does purge. So some nice time there at P2 for Rocker. They build themselves up elite. Gio's able to find 2. But there you can see towards the back, and now are Rocker going to read this? I think they will. All the arrows turned. It was so clean. Boston just not finding the kills to maybe create that chaos.
Now let's see what they can do. With this great hold, you're at least able to pick the player out of the point, but the ARs once again lighten it up. Pollock's up close and personal. They're right back into the point. Got a second man here, maybe for this push. They've had them just spawning in, bottom parking, and trying to get out and make a play, but still, Gio, Pollock's on the feed, Nero there to follow it up, and another nice sequence.
I mean, you had 20 points in P1, did Boston, and since then, it has been all Minnesota Rocker. And really, it's Paul, Nero, and Gio. Estrel's 1-7. If he can get going, this could be even uglier.
Well, this reminds me of the one the Carolina series yesterday. We had like 2 people like double, triple positive, or sorry, double, triple negative, but you were still like in a tie game, basically. Yeah, here you got a 60-point lead. He's got 1 kill. Yeah, all right. He gets unlocked a bit. You're probably in a great spot. Looking for number 2. Not going to happen. It's not Estriel's map right now, but Rocker still rocking at least early on, but finally, maybe a chunk of time for Boston Breach. As I say that, they're ripped out of the point. We go to fight bottom stage as Cammy's ducking, dipping, and diving from underneath.
I mean, props to Cammy because I talked about the spawns. There was an unreadable right there. 2 players from Rocker just spawned behind them. Very close to that stage. Cammy somehow able to play his life. He's up to 13-7 on 3 in a row. Gets Breach right back into it. That was an instant where game could have got out of hand.
King Cammy back in his bag, but we get within 30 points again after you get the bit of that scrap time at the tail end of it. That's going to allow Rocker, though, to set up now for our next hard point. Point man on the other side of her Breach will be Snoopy. He's going to be the one up close, maybe looking for the entry. So the rest of the team going to be rallying across as well. Snoopy is able to get that entry. At the same time, Gio does find 1, though. Nero kind of jumping back and forth. Will get a great timing there. A nice call out from his teammate to help onto Cammy. And early inside the point, at least for now, it'll be Breach.
Yeah, both teams just vying for control. I mean, we have 90 seconds off the play clock, and nobody is near 100 points, so this could absolutely go to time. if these two teams continue to contest and finding those picks. Rocker, though, going to get on it. They're about to hit that 100 points. 20 seconds left before we go back to P1. Paul and Estriel able to get some kills with those AMS, open up some lanes, and give them, right back to that 40-point lead.
I swear, just in the scrims I watched this map, though, it like feels like that during the first set. Like there's a lot of time off the clock, but then I don't know. During the second set, people get a little more comfortable, a little less sloppy, or a little less contested time. We'll see if that holds true, because you're right. There's a decent chunk off of it so far, but you do about 120 up if you are Rocker. Rocker is narrowed out to 20 and 10 before he falls. Oh, nice help there. Yeah. Nice help there. I thought that Snoopy was dead to rights. He does eventually get ripped out of it, but we hop right over to Cammy's POV as he'll take down one. They try to fight in from outer.
But again, just both teams fighting back and forth. All of Rocker now on the stairs. Outside, maybe just trying to flip spawns for P2.
How many sets of stairs are on this map, Joe?
I think there's like 19, I counted.
19. I knew there were a lot, Joe.
There are so many stairs.
You'd be working on your quads here. You're walking around this map, dude.
I've watched some, like just some of the, there's just so many positions on the map. Like teams just have
so many callouts.
So many different callouts because there's so many little areas.
Bush 1 through 27.
Yeah. Yes.
Van 1 through 20. Stairwell 1 through 19, according to you, or 18. Yeah. The newer maps get, the more stuff we've got, Joe. We've got ourselves a game as well, as Boston's made a bit of a run back within 17, and they've got control of the point. Swap over to Cammy as he gets one right before he's traded out. Now what can Big Wake do? Can he chain that into multiple? No, it's not going to happen, but there's been a successful trade and then a bit of pizzazz there from Snoopy. Nice little jump over the top to get another one. They are in the lead. Boston Breach now starting to cruise. Let's hop to a listen-in with Breach.
Our absolute Paul. Our goal. Absolutely. Our goal is one shot.
In and out. I'm name time.
He's gonna be Suarez. Yeah, Suarez. Suarez sidewalk.
Going back to Suarez. I'm trying to pick him up.
I'm trying to go top window, okay? Still top stage?
Yeah, still Suarez.
Yeah, top stage. Top stage, I'm one shot, can't shout.
Nice job.
Nice on all, guys. He could be in the goal.
Yeah,
Paul on all.
On stage car dead. Last guy's H1. You're gonna spawn behind us. One shot.
Could be through stands.
Could be caution. Could be behind us. Caution dead, bro. Behind us.
Yeah, nothing else SC.
I'm looking at it.
behind us. Yo, yeah, one of hit him, man.
We can back.
Ball mid. Absolutely H1, absolutely H1.
Last one over.
Two bus stairs. Two bus stairs one time. Two bus stairs one time.
I'm already over.
I'm gonna go ramp in. I'm gonna call the elevator.
Let's just go on top. I'm feeling on top. Hold on. Second. Yeah, he's moving. Shouting needed me. Last guy Nero.
I'm playing spawns. They're still gonna spawn in. I'm playing spawns though. I'm taking a deep down.
Do a spawn in the back, right?
One could have maybe.
I'm playing for the guy in the back.
H1
Yeah, Nero in the back.
I'm out front.
Nero, got one more. One in the back.
Oh, you guys all spawn in the back.
Still spawn over.
He's bossing me.
I'm up in you, this guy.
They're gonna be mid.
There's two on all, guys. Two on all.
I have to back P2. Let's get this or no?
We go, that's true.
He's gonna go. I can't block it. I'm just sitting top window, bro. I'm sitting top window, okay?
P2.
I'm there top window.
I'm blocking.
They know I'm here. They know I'm here.
Suarez is twice near. He fell out. He's sidewalk ready. He's one shot. You're sidewalk.
Alex, one shot mid side, bro. One shot mid side, Paulie.
Yeah, I know. You're my 52 and one shot.
P2. Come on. P2. H2 dead.
Absolute their side. H1.
Both their side.
Both there. H1 and
I'm
I'm weak on side.
This is Cammy's home, dude. Like one with the Shire, just under the stage, locking it down.
No, I mean, this set so good for Boston Breach. They do a great job getting back into the game at P1, but really at P3, they set themselves up for this stage play. But I wasn't lying to you. They literally had an H1 call out in comps.
I also told you, like, after that first set, though, it kind of, I don't know. It just, the chaos sort of subsides a little bit. Less play clock time, more points on the board. As people start to find their rhythm on the map, you just need, what, a little over 40 here to get the win if you are Breach. Chance to start out 2-0 in the season. In the series, also, well, just on a red card hard point. 3 through for Boston Breach. Snoopy wins a nice one there. Snapper has been on point. Him and Cammy leading the way at 26. Purge kind of right there with him. Estriel He's picked up a bit. I mean, he was, what, 1 and 9 or whatever it was to start. 12 and 24, still double negative. I think he's going to have to turn up. Purge looking for a triple, but we'll just take down 2. Snoopy's got the angle there for another one, and once again, right back into the point. And now you've got, like, such a significant lead. You just need seconds here and there, and you should be able to put this away.
Yeah, Hellstorm called in as well for Boston Breach, so that's at a delay this time. This push here for Rocker, 10 seconds left, and as you said, Snoopy gonna pull out the PDW. For the most part, it's been all about the AMS. Maybe that's why Forestral is struggling here a bit. He's been trying to rock that 4th AR, but not paying dividends. Is, yeah, just 12 more seconds in it here for Breach, and guess who's on P1? It is Cammy, over 2 minutes on the hill as he continues to have a great game.
Yeah, 28 kills, 12 for him, Purge, and Snoopy, and yeah, 2 minutes. He has been soaking it up big time. Rocker, do battle into the point, but yeah, you've got to be flawless from here on forward. To be fair, I mean, Breach kind of did it to them. They had an incredible stretch there. Can they stop them from really getting any kind of break? Purge wants none of it, though, as he's able to get 2. Cammy maybe 1 in front, trying to hit the pre-fire, misses shots on the trophy, throws the nade despite it. Trophy's going to go ahead and eat it. Cammy's going through it in that life, but still does need 5 more
props
seconds.
to Paul for staying alive in that scenario, right? Able to win the gunfight, but Purge is there. Sooner or later, you're going to break a P1. They didn't on the time. They don't find the final second. Paul trying to extend it, but there we go. They slide on through, and as you said, it Breach. That was their map pick. They did it today. They did it yesterday. They're 2-0.
And it's just one of those things, I mean, especially early on with it being one of kind of the off maps, you know, it's going to get to a point where people are going to veto against you once you win a handful of them, and you're going to need to have other hard points, other things that you are strong on. Thankfully for them, they look really good in search. Just you're going to need another hard point or 2, though, that you're looking good on, because I don't know how many more red cards you're going to get if you keep winning.
Probably not many after this.
Yeah, right? Like, I was kind of surprised we saw it today, honestly, after they beat Optic on it yesterday. But, you know, it's just 1. But then it's just 2. And at some point, you start to think about it. We're like, we're just going to go ahead and veto that one against them. But another solid win for them there. A really kind of balanced effort across the board. Cammy leads the way in time, but everybody at 30+ outside of Wake. He was there, though, with the damage. And just a good group effort, which...
And really, it's the second set, right? Because they were down around 40 going into that P1 on the second set of rotations. It was like 120 to 80 in that ballpark. So you get 170 or so points to close out the game through 5 hills. And yeah, I mean, it's just right around here where they start to get going.
Yeah, you're averaging 30, 40 per. You're going to be in a good spot. But Cammy, I'll tell you what, man, whenever he was under that stage, it felt like he was the unkillable.
You know, they played for that very well. I mean, just around the P3 while we were in that listen-in, they got to the positions. They were making sure they were spawning all the way back garage, and yeah, set up at that stage perfectly.
And yeah, you were trying. I mean, you did a really good job dealing with a slow start from Estriel if you're a Rocker, at least in the early going. And even though he picked it up a bit, still just felt like you hit another gear if you were Breach. You needed Estriel kind of pick it up on his side. Yeah, he had some great moments yesterday, but still, even yesterday at some of the hard points, like, he had some plays, but there were a couple games where he had like 1,500 damage less than like the rest of the team. One of those things, maybe he's still trying to get comfortable on some of these maps.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got a different duo here.
Yeah,
in Nero, they're just gonna, as a sub duo, as a sub tandem, just continue to work off one another, figure out their tendencies and how they want to play these maps.
Yeah, I mean, in Nero's not the guy that's really gonna be setting you up. He's gonna be flying,
yeah.
Sending it, trying to take every fight. It's a different type of player than, I don't know, when we talk about your old school Loonies and Vivids and people of the world, they're going to be setting you up. He's just trying to take fights and put up numbers. So Estriel's going to have to find a way to get his at times, or really just support Nero on the other side of it. That's how it breaks down. You see just that kind of surge, yeah, for what, 6 hard points really, where they just kind of dominate it. You absolutely flatline.
Yeah, I mean, you have 69 points after that first P5, and then you win the game. So they just dominated 180 points on those next 5 hills there in that red chart hard point.
Yeah, Breach could just get, Rocker could just get nothing going from that point as well. Now Skyline we'll have coming up next. We had a bit of Skyline yesterday. As we look forward to Search, I mean, both teams, you won a game 5 if you were Rocker, you won both your searches if you were the Breach side. Just Skyline in general, do you see anything yesterday from a Search standpoint that, because we constantly, like, Falcons looked really good there. They had some fantastic plays.
No, I mean, it's kind of what we thought. It's very fast-paced, a lot of retakes, right? It just really depends on what the defense opts to do. If you can play slow, maybe you give up the A-bomb site, but it's it's a lot of risks. If you want to fight within the first 10 seconds, you can do that if you are the defending team.
Yeah, and sometimes it just seems like who just found a hole, like that just kind of blindly hits something. You said take a risk, like just hit something, and sometimes you win one-on-one and you're gone. You're in the back line, or sometimes you don't. Like we just saw players just get through gaps, and like you think like a map like Skyline, there shouldn't really be like holes, but a couple times you saw it yesterday, someone just got in behind enemy lines, picked people apart.
Yeah, I mean, because you can go from like catwalk, get behind some of these objects. You're up, down, should be through
underground. Gives you a weird timing too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's just plenty of opportunities for our sub players or anyone really to get lost.
Yeah, the second you lose one player on defense or whatever it is, you lose one player, suddenly you don't have eyes on something, and then things just really unravel from there. But yeah, no, it could be. We've seen the fast-paced hits. We've seen people trying to slow it down and spread it out, like we saw kind of with Carolina and Falcons. We'll see what the case will be here. Usually, well, it kind of varies. I'll say usually you want to play with kind of that aggressive, take space when you're a solid search team, but honestly, some of our better search teams have been kind of that slow, pick you apart, wear out your mental, kind of just like get people to make people play antsy plays too. And here we go. Map 2. Does Breach look to take a commanding 2-0 edge in this series if they can? They won both searches yesterday. See if they can do it again here. So far, they have the advantage up 3-2. See, Awakening obviously has a history with the organization on the other side of it. Nero, nice job recentering there. I thought the gunfight was going to get away from him. Nice little drop shot there from Snoopy, and Breach swiftly take the round.
I wasn't lying. 10 seconds. 120, they started those fights. But Cammy, great job. We talked about someone getting lost. It was number 7 in Nero who tried to make the play. Cammy, he goes from top plat, backs all the way up to attacking spawn, and then wins that next gunfight. So 2 for Snoopy, 2 for Cammy. They're up 1-0.
Yeah, it's just different than I don't know, you think about Vault. Like we had a lot of crazy early engagements. The Vault League typically then came down to an extended 2v2 or an extended 1v2. Like things slow down after that opening fight, whereas here it's just it starts and it ends.
You're going.
There's not really the space maybe to navigate, but we didn't have too many kind of elongated moments yesterday. We'll see if we have any here. Snoopy hit down to 25, and then he will get cleaned up. They are just running through them. Looking like rabbits, kangaroos, bouncing around the edge, just bopping them off the map. Rocker take over there, and it's another Joey D special.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're just going, we're running it. 4 versus 4, top mid fights, and then, I mean, honestly, the Rocker players do a great job because they were in a bad spot, a couple of them. Just behind that pool pillar, just stayed alive. And yeah, that one was 16 seconds.
Yep. We'll see what the fastest round of the year is, so it's probably going to be Skyline. Or I guess maybe Vault, if everyone just died and no one got out. Which didn't happen yesterday, but it might. But yeah, swift one yet again, 16 seconds. And we get right back now into our round 3. Aggressive again. This time the trades go the way of Rocker, so they'll enjoy the 3v2. Because they were down a man last time defensively. So now for Cammy and Wake. What openings can you find as things do slow down for a moment? Is Cammy try to work the back? Did he spot Geo? Don't think he did.
Question is, did Geo see him? That's really just depending on that FOV, right? Who saw who? There we go. Geo. Maybe not spotted him the first time, but that time throws his shoulder. Ready for the gunfight now. All down to Awakening. 1 versus 3 makes it a 1-on-2. Lose a little bit of aim assist there, maybe on that glass window as he's sliding through.
Yeah, he just kind of swiped left and right there. Didn't look like he was sticking much at all. At first, I thought his snap was good.
Yeah,
I thought he had it. Yeah, I don't think he needed too much more damage to win that. Give them a chance, maybe. But back-to-back rounds now for Rocker. Really sent it in 1-1 in 16 seconds, this one. They got to spread it out to get the advantage early, but able to do it that way as well. Nero on 3 straight. Purge still looking for his first here. Same with Paul on the other side. Cammy this time will get the first blood. Now let's see if they can work with their advantage. Because so far, the team with the numbers early has been able to do it.
We talked about those openings, and here it is. Nero's able to find it. Gonna find one. Ready for Snoopy as well. Nice snap from Snoopy, but we're into a 2-on-2. Purge is the one player that we haven't seen really activate on the map, maybe shoot quite yet. That's who they have to find, and now he can pounce and taste down Geo. So 1 versus 2 for Paul.
Yeah, just nice patience. Then the shots are right next to him. Able to get that one easily. Snoopy just kind of sliding back and forth. Just don't give Paul anything for free here. He's the one that brought it back into the 3v3, if only for a second. Timing was kind of insane there. I was saying, I think Purge saw him. I don't think he saw Purge when he slid back. And Purge able to push it out with a sub, get 2 in the round. Came into it with 0, but 2 big ones there. Because he brought them out of the 3v3 and then closes it out here.
Yeah, I mean, the fact Snoopy is able to get that quick trade, the nice reaction from him. Because Nero could...
Oh, he was ready for the challenge.
Yeah, he could close that round out. Give them 3 rounds in a row. Instead, Purge just kind of lurked throughout that round and able to find the final 2.
Yeah, man, so you hesitated all on the minimap ping or the call out. Like, you hesitate even a fraction of a second, he probably drops there. But nice reaction from Snoopy, and we'll be tied up now. Offense, breach. We hear a car out. That'll be ripped off the map.
I don't know if it has
been. It wasn't. Sorry, I thought I heard it explode. You're right. It just stopped right as everything blew up.
He's down to 24 HP off of that, so there we go. It turns into a kill. Nice little wallbang there. So Gio and Paul able to find the first 2 in the round. Yeah, I think they just stopped it and 3P'd it around the pillar.
Yeah, all the nades went off. Like the car stopped, so I was like, they took care of it. No, you're right. They certainly did not, and then it did the damage. They're hunting, trying to isolate Wake. Oh, listen, they're all getting to the back. Just Rafa, he's no chance, no shot at all. They all just get through. He kind of backs up, thinking his life is not safe. All the openings in the lanes are there, and they take advantage of it. Able to cut him down. Snoopy gets 1, but that'll be all he's able to pick up.
I mean, Rockdor looks strong again in Search to Destroy. Just great starts in these rounds with these first bloods, giving themselves man advantages. And if it wasn't for that Snoopy kill on an arrow, this might be, 4-1. But after that round number 1, looking much cleaner.
Boys kind of chatting through the last round. And Breach, just a couple of these offenses, they've just gotten 2 dead, like, instantly. Whether it was the RC car or like 2 rounds before that. Just chopped down by the AMS at range. Gotta find a way to actually get into some gunfights and not just get cut down. There's a first blood from Purge. He is traded out, though, effectively and quickly there by Estriel. Pollux trying to back up. Thought maybe he'd win it. Not going to happen, though. Snoopy able to get 2. Gio just sending it from up top, but he will drop.
And everybody's just trying to trade. You're just jumping out of windows, trying to get the weak players down. But Breach switch it up a little bit. They've been so heavy over towards the A site. This time, they play top cat. Snoopy's able to get towards front bedroom, find another multi-kill in the round. That ties the map up 3-3. As you can see, Boston Breach here just sort of chatting through what they want to do, what adjustments that they want to make. Back on this attacking side, which, yeah, they have struggled the last couple of rounds.
If they just not get picked. Oh. Yeah, so that was pretty quick.
Yeah, they got picked.
Got picked. Purge gets dropped, but maybe you can get this plant. If he can get out safely, you got a chance to bring this back to the 3v4. Obviously, pressure now flips to the defense to work this defuse. I mean, they've been struggling to get a bomb planted, honestly. They've been into those positions.
Cammy's playing underground, so Awakening needs to stay alive and wait for Cammy to maybe make a play. I like that from Awakening, just back down, and there we go. Cammy gets 1, and now it's a 2v2. You have bomb planted. Nero's just going to hop it, and I kind of love it. Someone's going to have to check this. And they think they're chasing them around. They are not. Nero hops it, and I think that was a wall bang. Awakening shot him from Jacuzzi, so they had a chance to check it.
The second and finish, he killed him like right as it got done.
Yeah, and I was like, where did he shoot him from? He shot him through that pillar.
Yeah. No, it was definitely
that one down.
It was definitely the wall bang from Jacuzzi, but like, I just am wondering why that didn't come through a bit earlier. You have the sense of the timing. Well, they just didn't realize he was on it, obviously, but that's a matter of like that split second. Like, he died as that finished. That is a tough one, but a great heads-up play. Just hop on that if you're Nero. Now they go back in the advantage 4-3. Estriel just tucked away with bomb for now. Gio's got a bunch in front. He's able to get one and stay out.
Yeah, he's got the whole team. It's the whole team there.
Yeah, he's just a bullet. He shoulders it and drops instantly. I thought maybe he was going to hide as long as he could, but will get ran down. Estriel still kind of playing low, waiting for his time to get this planted. Starts, stops, starts again.
I mean, this is just all info, right? Boston, they showed 3 or 4 over towards the A site, so then they backed away. Now Rocker, their turnover towards A, into a 2-on-2. Awakening trying to 5-5 in a row. He gets taken down. Paul with some great shots onto Snoopy to give them another advantage.
Fantastic, fantastic stuff as they'll continue. And we'll look at the final kill one more time here from Paul. Nice little slide. Easy against the pistol. Another round here. And we'll see the wall bang. This is what we were checking it out, just right through the pillar. And it is, dude, yeah, it's
close.
It is real close. Honestly, I feel like I saw the kill on the feed like before it was done at first, and I was like, oh, he got him. But then, nope, it had just finished. You need one more round, though, if you're Rocker, to tie this one up at 1-1. Thought this one had potential to go the distance. It's maybe looking that way. Snoopy right into the fray. Thought he was just going to tuck behind bomb. Movement takes him past it, though, and he does get dropped. You still keep advantage, though. If you are Breach, Cammy, once again, to work this piano side, try to find an opening. Makes it a little bit easier now. It's just going to be Paul X deep. So that'll be the eyes on. That'll be the call out through. He gets some tags in as well. And Breach get a clean one.
Yeah, just right back over towards A on their attacking side. I mean, Breach have done well defensively over towards A, and they do it this time. But yeah, it's always good to see our pros even sometimes struggle down the movie. And Snoopy, he's probably trying to slide backwards. Instead, that dive comes through, and you just die, just like, hey, I'm right here.
What usually happens to me is I thought he was trying to go prone behind bomb. Sometimes I'm trying to go prone.
Yeah.
Like I just touch back on the stick a tiny bit and I slide back, and instead of going prone. And I mean,
well, that's because we have the old man setting on, which is
that's true. That's true.
They don't play with that.
Yeah, it's true. It's different without attack. I do that all the time. Though. I'm trying to go prone, and then I just end up like sliding backwards. I'm like, damn it. And I die.
You are known for your movement.
No, I'm not. I know I'm not. Nice shots there, though. Pollock's known for the gun. He hits those, and, well, you got a chance to put this one away now. You're at a 4v2. It's all on Snoopy and Purge. Some shots in for Purge. Position given up. He drops. Snoopy does get one. Great damage into another, but there is the trade in. Rocker get the search and destroy victory, and they'll even us up at 1-1, but a fantastic search and destroy out of them. Maybe some frustrating rounds if you are Breach. Gave away some lives maybe you would like to have back. And you looked so good in the mode yesterday. But from Rocker, what we saw was mostly well-rounded. You won one of every game mode yesterday.
Yeah, it was a team effort. I mean, when we look at this scoreboard, you're going to see everybody has been involved. And, I mean, that's just really it. They're just playing together as a team. But on a map like Skyline, that's what you're just going to see. You're going to see a lot of these 4-on-4 skirmishes. Quickly, it's going to be all about efficient trades and maybe who can make that individual play. And really everyone on that side able to do it.
Yeah, and it didn't allow, like, I mean, you shouldn't, obviously. When you have numbers, you should close out those rounds. But they did. Like, when they had a 3v2, when they had a 4-on-3, there weren't any really crazy ones given up where you allowed Breach to make some insane plays. You handled business when you needed to. This is what the series looks like the rest of the way. It's vault, and rewind. One that we think may go the whole way to a rewind to wrap things up for this series. But here's a look at the stats, as Joe was talking about. Pretty balanced on the Rocker side. On the other end of it, really kind of the Snoopy show. 11-7, 1,200 damage. He was pumping in the numbers.
I mean, what's that? 5 first bloods there for Geo, but yeah, 6-4 advantage. And that first blood turns into the map result, 6-4 there.
Yeah, they just had so many of those. Eventually just picking them as they're trying to work up towards the bomb. Like, they just were not able to. We got a graphic at the bottom kind of showing how things broke down over the course of that search and destroy. But that's a big victory for Rocker. I mean, that was the one I was kind of worried about. Just, I mean, based off one series with Breach and having the search and destroy success yesterday. But if you were going to bring it back and tie it up, you had to do it through search. They did it there. Everybody got involved, and we'll kind of break down some of the plays and chat through stuff while we wait for the control to get started. So let's go back to the desk here for a moment.
Thank you, Maven and Merck, and let's break down these first 2 games, starting with that search and destroy. We mentioned it, Geo, 5 first blood picks. That is a massive stat on day 2.
That is insane. I just love the adjustment from the side of Minnesota Rocker from Boston Breach's play style. They weren't getting very creative. The first couple of rounds until about round 5, it was just hitting something out, playing the timing, and trying to just get the kills going. And that's how they played against Optic Texas yesterday. The difference is it worked because Optic kept playing into it, and just headbutting courtyard over and over and over again. And Minnesota Rocker did not let that happen. They slowed down, gave them space, played the picks, and got the S&D.
Nameless, you went with Boston today, and this Boston team beat Texas 3-2. But if you look at their wins, they were able to win on red card, which they've already done for hardpoint. Then they won red card search and destroy. We got 2 vaults coming up here. Is Boston going to make it to a Game 5?
I mean, well, when we saw Vault yesterday, Rocker looked incredible on that in the control. They felt really good. Nero's always been a great control player, so could be a little bit of trouble if you are on the side of Boston Breach. But so far, the respawns have looked great. Cammy has continued.
Cammy keeps it going, and I was always told about this Cold War Cammy. What is it about Treyarch titles that's just working for this guy?
He's just nasty. Cold War Cammy was a damage dealer throughout the entirety of the season, and we get glimpses of it every once in a while in other titles, but for some reason, something on Treyarch, Cammy just feels really comfortable.
Art class is in session. It's time to draw some conclusions with Nameless. Take it away.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, listen, the intention of this segment is to get you guys better at Call of Duty. Now, while Rocker did not win this map, they had an excellent P3 rotation, so we're going to get right into it. So what I want to show you guys is basically how to play this, right? So it's preferable to hold this hill from the front side and basically funnel everybody into spawning back here, which I would consider the bad spawn because you really don't have many options. You have to either run up the escalators, wrap around back, where you're just going to be an unfavorable gunfight. So as you can see right here, Minnesota Rocker, they're playing it a step ahead. This is Paul X on rotation, finding 2 kills in this area of the map. He ends up falling, but what we're going to see is just everybody on Minnesota Rocker pushing through, playing their kills patiently and picking up kills out here, and then insta-flipping, wrapping back to find more to pin them into that back spawn. So we're gonna put the map back down, play it, and so you guys can kind of see how this plays out. Paul X finding a kill on the stage, he ends up finding another one, and then what that does is he's alleviating the instant pressure on that rotation, but they're still thinking steps ahead. Gio in this position knows that there's gonna be more players coming from there, finds 2 kills, and then this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. What I was talking about was they want to pin them into this back spawn. As they start to push and find those kills, all the players are going to be spawning back here and funneling through and getting basically slammed trying to get towards this time where they pick up a huge chunk if you're on the side of Minnesota Rocker. So for those of you out there playing ranked, this is how you want to play this hill. Be patient, find the kills, and then take your opportunity after you get those kills to volley and flip those spawns. That's all Hardpoint's about, is spawn manipulation.
That's drawing conclusions.
Yeah, and if you watch the minimap there, Paul was that last guy to spawn up, and just like you said, he went out to outer street, he cleared the front, and instantly turned around looking for that spawn trap. Really good plays from Minnesota Rocker.
2 teams at 1-0 after upsets yesterday. One of them will be 2-0, and it's time to find out who takes the lead in the best of 5. Game 3 loading up right now, and we got our casters ready. Maven, take it away.
Thank you. Great breakdown there. Love the new segment as we kind of chat through things, and some awesome stuff from Ant there on the map. But now we look forward to the control, and we'll see how this one will play out. Going to Vault, saw kind of everything on Vault yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, sort of just, a lot of offensive wins, a lot of defensive wins, some spawn traps really on both sides. Honestly, it's what I think we like to see on a control map. I think, most of the time most maps are usually, defensive favor, but we don't want it to be, Yovutu invasion. Don't want that.
No, don't need any more of that. That's absolutely true. But no, we saw success on both sides of it, and we'll see who'll get the edge now. As we're tied up 1-1, both these teams looking for maybe a 2-0 start early here in the CDL for 2025. But the guys have been fired up. It was great to see them get wins yesterday. Now, who can get this 2-0 start? We get a shot of both the teams. Guys locked in, ready to go, just waiting for this map 3 to kick off. What really surprised you about Vault, though, yesterday from Control? Was it just like how easily A got captured a few times early on it? Like, it just seemed to be like instantaneous. Like, a 3 down, okay, point's done.
Yeah, no, honestly, because it just feels like there's a lot of ways to defend it, right? I mean, if you get a pick or 2 on the defensive side, even if there's 1 player on it, that how slowly that objective is going to go. But it felt like every time there was like this brawl inside of A. It was like 3 or 4 dead for the defensive team.
Yeah, it just takes a second, I guess, to get nades in based on spawn. Like, it's like it just so many pillars to tuck behind, places you can avoid them.
Yeah, I mean, our pro players are way better at staying alive than me, right?
Yeah. True.
That's really what it comes down to.
Oh, I'm sure it's a lot of it. I mean, there's just a lot of control points that are more like open. So you can just, you spawn up, you nade, right? You spawn up, you nade. A little bit more difficult there with all the bit of finesse you can kind of do inside of that A point, but time now for round 1 as we continue on in Breach versus Rocker. On catwalk, Nero looking for an angle. Some tags in, but not able to find a kill. It's a nice hold from the defense start us off. That's what we didn't see a lot of yesterday. It felt like just the opening pushes, the offenses were finding so much success. We didn't really see this much at all, where you're able to get 2 people pushed out to 2 parts of kind of that offensive spawn and start to apply pressure. Just make it difficult for them to even fight back 2A.
Yeah, now they're still stuck back here. So Snoopy's going to get spotted. You have a crossfire from Awakening. Everyone spot on the right side of the minimap for Rocker, so they're just trying to find picks and get anything, but
this is more what you expected.
Yeah, great start here for Boston Breach. 8 kills in a row. Finally, Gio brings it back. Maybe to give them some room to work with. Said maybe, just Cammy's there.
Yep. You still managed to get somebody flooded on forward, where you've got to keep your head on a swivel. Now, with under 30 seconds to go, you're finally tracking back really to fight around this 8 point. Gio wins a big one inside, tagged up to 20 HP, but he wins the fight. Doesn't get back to full before the chow comes in. Paul X then takes off ahead. Same thing for him, though. So weak, and he take down a second. It's not going to happen. Breach have efficiently traded around the point, and time is dwindling. You don't have a single tick on the board yet if you are Rocker. You've been stamped out in this one. Number still here. That is clean on the feed for Breach. 8-2 start from Cammy. A 7-1 start. Was it Wake? Or somebody had a 7-1 start too. AA just thumped them there. Now that's what we didn't see it all yesterday.
Yeah, when you and I tested Rocker yesterday, who were the playmakers? It was the subs. It was Estriel and Nero. But the problem is because you didn't have any kills, you're stuck in a spot where you have that PW and you're challenging ARs, top catwalk, behind headies. Just not easy to do. So they don't get inside of A. They're not able to finesse. And they start 2 and 10.
I think that's a perfect example of how important that opening break can be in control. I mean, just that sub thing alone, whether your subs are coming off spawns fighting ARs or you're finessing inside. Look with a sub. Yeah, they got nothing going. There was never even really a chance, it felt like there. You had one effort really where 4 people were allowed to get to it. You have 1 kill on Estriel, 1 on Nero. Yeah, you just got uppercut. See if they can do the same thing, but not looking good. It is a 4-man white Boston Breach. Too much to handle. They're going to kick it right over to B. They get that successful. All right, let's go ahead and 3-stack this. They send 1 forward into Arc.
This is insane. Look at this streak. I mean, again, you are on 11 in a row. Make it 12 just from last round into this round. Breach are frying on vaults. And B is done. You still have Purge and Snoopy in your base, and this may be the fastest offensive round maybe we've seen.
Had so far. Yeah, no, that seems for sure. This is an efficient unit on vault control right now. You do lose 1 player, so the pressure up the other 3 to maybe shut this down. Cammy able to take down 1. Snoopy dials in another. Paul X through at least for 1 trade, but the trade there on the other side. Once again, 4 dead, 5 streak for Snoopy. 8 point. Can they even get there in time? Answer is no. It is swift and commanding. They're at a Breach. The air fist bumps are up. Wow. Yeah, wow. Wow is one way to put it. I
think game time. I think we're probably 3 minutes.
Oh yeah,
right? Maybe less.
It's making up for our tech delays early. Well, not the tech delays, the veto delay, whatever it was.
2:40 right now in game time.
Yeah,
obviously at the minute 30, round 1, and then dude, right there, minute 10.
Before I finished saying maybe Rocker could have a good break too, they were 4 dead. it happened. I felt so fast. Just wow.
And it was just the response from Breach sort of right as they got that 4 dead. It was number 1. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but they got into Art, and then the other 3 just hopped right over to B.
Because we saw what it was Falcons or somebody tried it yesterday, but they got 2 down and tried to hit B right away. But 4 down, that's a whole different ball game. Just somebody to Art spawning them all out bottom left so quickly. Can you get a better break though if you're Rocker? Can you do something?
We've traded.
Okay, this is the best we've done. Yeah, this is the best we've done. You go 3 for 2, at least the opening. You get onto the point, you stop the clock. You're looking for your first tick still in this one.
But now this is kind of the problem. 1 picked from Awakening, and then just sort of where's the retake coming from, right? All these different doorways, catwalk, now going to be 3 dead. Nero just going to try to finesse play his life, find a multi-kill, able to do so, but he's just got no help right now. See, continues to stay alive, but Cammy with the pistol takes him down.
Nearly a disgusting play. That reload got off a little bit faster. Maybe takes the chow faster and takes the 3rd down, but now back in control of the point will be Breach, at least for now. You're looking for your next opening. If you are Rocker, you've done such a good job trading or while finding multi-kills. If you're a Boston Breach, you've never left them with many around the point, and they continue to do it here. This time the multi-kill comes out of Snoopy. If there's anybody alive, even you win the fight technically if you're Rocker, you've got like one guy left. You can't really progress it much at all. They've gotten 2 ticks at least.
They're in the blender again.
But yeah, you've got to win this round or it's done. And look at the mini-map right now. You are coming off spawn and there are bullets whizzing by your forehead.
No, I mean, you are. This is like an old school spawn trap right here. Jamie with the Jackal able to find another one now spawning up towards that pool house. Awakening's done a great job just locking down this B Street, putting bullets in. 15 seconds. Rocker have to do something here. Maybe with Nero doing that, 2 ticks over towards A. Maybe we get an extension to the jump down to Snoopy. That will be a 4 dead, so we do. A will be done. But now Boston, yeah, over towards B.
Just have 11 lives. You don't have a lot of opportunities at this, and this is the harder point to get, obviously. You lose Paul pretty much instantly. Purge from underground, trying to find an angle. Not going to happen as Gio's ready, waiting for that. You want to take your time and really get one really good effort at this. You still have a lot of time to work with, and I was going to say, you had 2 down. I thought you were in a good spot, but then Snoopy nearly gets 2. Purge has got vehicles working with him as well as he's able to take down 2. And just contesting around the van from the front will be Snoopy. They are at least able to take him down with nades, but... Okay, 3 down. This is your chance. This is it right here.
A little careful here, and now, yeah, nobody's top art. So Snoopy and Awakening, really, what you're trying to do off spawn is hit an 8. Try to find a pick and slow down this capture. And well, it comes behind Purge. Now Jamie, the next man up, slides on through. There is the numbers. Snoopy going to be the difference maker. As Purge finds another, so there you go, 4 dead, and now you only have 1 life remaining here on Paul.
If they had a few more lives or a little more time, you might extend this one, but you had neither. Now Paul, 1v4 for the control round. And time is a dwindling. 15 seconds to go. He's gonna just pop out and try to world star, not even gonna get an opportunity as the nades are gonna collide. And that is a masterclass out of Breach in the map 3. I know, I mean, round 3 lasted longer than the first 2 combined. There was a fight there, but the first, I mean, they just came out and stunned them. Like Rocker,
I mean, honestly,
came out and stunned them.
the fact Paul and Estro are kind of laughing, I feel like that's like, what else can you do in that moment? They just got to know you got steamrolled.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're on offense or defense, the first 2 rounds, there was somebody basically influencing your spawn in the opening 20 seconds. Like, just spawning you out bad corner. Just like, good luck.
Yeah, really, the only thing you're going over in VOD is sort of just breakoffs. What do we need to switch up?
Well, I mean, we've talked about for years the controls, but I think breakoffs, I mean, more important on some maps, but they're always so important. I mean, they dictate a lot, whether you win on offense or defense. They can dictate so much, and that was a big example of it in those first 2. My God, they could just get nothing going. They got 3-4 down instantly, and then it's just like you're playing off the back foot the rest of the round. You really are. Because you need to, like, you have to pull off like a 3-4 down, then like another one to like get back and actually progress on the point. It's tough.
Yeah, it is, but you can see everybody, yeah, positive on the side of Boston Breach, and just great fundamentals from them. I mean, even like that last retake when you have 3 players from Rocker on the B zone, like nobody panicked. You waited for each other off spawn, no one over-challenged. If you were challing or sliding, you were doing it together, making sure your nades were out. And yeah, they just didn't make mistakes where last year, the Boston Breach, yeah, there was a laundry list of those where someone just over-challenged or tried to do too much.
Yeah, total game time was 6 minutes. So like that's usually like a fast like search or something, right? Like that doesn't usually apply to control sometimes, but man, it was a quick one. And just those type of moments, man, where it is 3 or 4 dead. You make it so difficult for the team to do anything. And when it wasn't those scenarios where it was like a 4 dead and Breacher just frying, they traded as good as they needed to. The trades were there to keep the life advantage and win the 3rd round. But yeah, I mean, when you got somebody who's what, like 9-2 and 7-1 after your first round, you're vibing.
Yeah, I think all our teams, honestly, like, you know, on this map, Vault, if you do get into that trap, it's just, you're going to have to figure out sort of an objective. Where do we want to push off spawn to find the first kill and kind of help us get out of this? Like, what is that best route?
Well, sometimes what did we talk about in the past with different maps, but like control. Usually, like when you get into that position, like somebody's got like world star somebody. Like you have to win a gunfight you have no business winning sometimes to get out of it. Because like it's just people posted up on headies, like knowing right where you're spawning, staring at you. Like sometimes you just have to rip somebody.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
easy.
You're not
to
trying
do.
to like sprint off spawn. Like someone just needs to slow it down and L trigger a bit.
Yeah, and that's like easy to do. I think maybe after the first time it happens. But once there's like 30, 40 seconds left in the round, like it's just, everyone's panicking. You don't have time to do that. And I mean, Breach had him in that position for quite a bit, but what a bounce back there. Didn't look great maybe in the search and destroy, but they look real good in that control. And I was excited to see for an organization that was, I mean, the laughing stock last year. They were. I mean,
just great fundamentals from this roster so far, especially in respawns. Just really what they've shown. Teamwork's on point. This isn't a group of, say superstars. I feel like every single one of these players has had moments throughout the league where we've seen a ton of potential.
Yeah, I mean, Cammy has been a superstar at times. Oh, I mean, he's been like the best player in the game in moments. Wake has had, like, you look back to MW or something where he's one of the best players in the game. Absolutely, he's had that. Snoopy, he's had the misplays or maybe poor decisions, but from a talent standpoint, we've
just been some time.
Yeah. It's just he's just a young player. And then Purge, like, yes, maybe the flashy plays haven't been there. He's not getting the triples or the quads or stuff like that. But like, we know he's a smart player. We watch him on the minimap. Know he's making the right routes. And I don't know. I like the team on paper. Wasn't really sure what to expect once you're actually in the leagues. I know we just saw it briefly at the end of last year, but.
I'm still not sure what to expect really from anyone.
Yeah. That's the fun of a new year, Joe. That's what makes it a blast. How are things going to go? I don't know, because I mean, you look at the pick'ems results from the fans or
from anyone
yesterday. It didn't look good. Yeah, anybody. Like, hey, you called that all right yesterday.
You're a genius.
You're lying. That would have been impressive stuff. But we stay on Vault now for the map 4. As Breach looked to close it out through 3 respawns, which would be like the opposite of what they did yesterday. Through 2 searches. How can they do it through the respawns? We are right into the battle, and well, at least the opening break in the hard point looks a little better for Rocker.
Yeah, and I mean, just get your subs going if you are Rocker. But between Estriel and Nero, just allow them. Well, okay, you talked about now it's 4 dead. Awakening and Purge. Alrighty then. But yeah, I'm just saying, you're hoping to get Estriel and Nero going. Just find them some space.
We gotta get Ant a shirt, bro. Like some Purge, like Wake shirt. Some like combo.
Dude, they are just frying. Again, it's 3 dead.
Yeah. I think they're playing with a little bit of confidence right now. Maybe not showing a lot of respect to the other side of Rocker. They are just running at him, running through him. And looking to get this series done with the swiftness. Back to Purge's POV and behind enemy lines. At least able to take down one. Comms his teammates about another. Chows another. Pistol hits. Popping to the forehead. And everybody on Rocker drop it again. You want him to try to get it going, but haven't been able to get it going early.
I mean, that's just the worst time to go for it, Dad. But now maybe behind those 2 kills, maybe you're going to flip the spawns, or just that one close one there for Snoopy. Maybe to help them out. Back spawns going to be up in the air. Boston are still there, but Rocker, nice pressure on the hill just early because, yeah, the 4 dead, when it came in, it's not where you wanted. There was about 5 seconds left on that P1. They're doing it through the front. This is what they did yesterday versus LAG. They just kept making plays, maybe when the spawns were against them.
No, 100%. It was a 2 and 4, like multiple times, where it seemed like they were in a bad position, but they were just able to win it from the bad side. Because that was, I mean, yeah, they were on the worst position they could be. Like you said, 4 down, such an inopportune moment, but what a great job winning it through the front. As now we're off to the races for 3. One kind of gets in between enemy lines. That'll be Estriel. I think he just got spotted. He did. He's just looking everywhere, but Awake just tucked behind a palm tree, able to get the kill, and they should be first into the point.
Yeah, now Boston control in the middle of the map. That's where that push is jumping from. Paul and Geo will find 2. So now Awakening is thinking, we got to try to stay alive. Cammy's playing safe, playing that anchor role. A couple of his teammates spawn up, so you get splits on the opposite side just due to that front pressure. So Awakening number 4, they come off spawn, get taken down by Paul.
So this is where like Rocker really did a good job yesterday as well. Like these kind of setup points where you're like setting up for 4. Gentlemates would like be getting set up, and they're like, okay, we'll take 45 seconds then on 3. Like they did such a good job just chipping away in those kind of off points, whatever you want to call them, like your non-money hills. Such a good job in those points. We'll see if they can do that again. When you do that and you get 45 seconds, then you get a break at your money hill, suddenly you're winning a hard point.
And this is a perfect example, right? Because all Boston Breach are kind of holding the line.
Oh, yeah.
With 20
that's why I said it. Like, they were
left.
all art side, basically, just sitting on art. Like,
just sitting there. Number 8, Geo's lurking under them. Maybe he can make a play. He's trying to find one. Snoopy, though, gets aggressive through the middle of the map. Purge is able to find another one. A nice pitch up there for Awakening. So P4 over to Breach.
Okay. Now, this time, maybe a little bit better of a setup, a little bit more breathing room. Kills maybe came in at even more opportune time for him this time.
Astrid, though, might be making the play. I think he takes some shots, so Breach is going to know that they are there. Well, he finds a wall bang. So can they find an early break with 40 seconds left? You have multiple players, but Purge locks it down as he's up to 10 and 6.
I mean, that's a massive double there. I mean, you still would have had somebody left, but spawns might get a little bit wonky if he doesn't win that. Instead, you spawn your teammate safe. You win the fight on the point. You just know sometimes like how it is now with like it's like the hard point goes white and like it's just I don't know what's gonna happen with the spawn. Sometimes just how it is. It gets a little bit freaky. But we get ready to wrap up our first set and you're up 30 if you are Breach. I mean, it could be a much more significant lead if it wasn't for the great play from Rocker on 2. We get back to mid-map now. Nice little win there from Nero, and that'll be 3 down. So a better start here probably at the P1 for Rocker.
Yeah, they needed that because Purge is already thinking about like P2 spawns, and he was also on 6 in a row, maybe trying to find that Hellstorm, but you do take him down, and yeah, again, just finding some of this early time here on P1 to keep it close.
Whew. Thank God he was as weak as he was. That may have been another one. Purge still going. He is absolutely cooking up to 15 and 7. You know, they got the win yesterday, but statistically, I mean, he was what, -25 or something, put up like a 0.8, wasn't exactly frying. And oh, I thought maybe a hiccup there for a second. I thought
just observers.
We're good. Maybe it's the observer lag. Okay, so we're going to keep it going. I
got nervous.
Yeah, no, I stopped breathing there for a second, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and stats didn't look good yesterday because I think on Skyline shots he was yeah, like double positive and had them in the blender.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely did. But putting up some stats right now in a hard point. Still just trying to build this lead. Now we get ready for the P2. You're going to have numbers right now if you're a Rocker. The only guy that was really back there was Cammy. So, what, last time through, they broke it through the front, really good break. Now they need to show if they can hold. You do get an opening one quickly if you're Purge. Nate going to connect onto Astriel. The follow-up Nate is there from Wake. They'll take him out. Now suddenly all the pressure in Nero in the back. I thought he's going to lose that because the stun hits. He's still going to win the fight. He actually gets 2 through it and 3. What a play there from Nero. I didn't think he was going to win the first fight. Then he gets 2 more after that.
I mean, and the best thing is that Estriel, he kind of like spawns out. So he just has so much forward pressure where you spawn all the way top left of the mini-map if you are Boston Breach. So you got to hike across the map, and there's only 25 seconds left. But that is 2 P2s in a row where Nero just goes off. And again, keeping them within striking distance, only down 30.
And you're still getting Estriel's not had good arm points.
He isn't at a good respawn.
No, he is not. But Rocker, they're trying to extend this series to a map 5 in a 40-point hole right now. Let's see if the boys can get it together. Let's go to listen in now with Rocker.
There's one gold on me. Okay. Yep. I got him. I get one. Watch him middle. Could be deep right as well. Nothing vault. Maybe right to you, I think. Yep, you. Nice, one to you, Snoopy. I needed it. Gone. Ben. I see shit. Maybe you. Top gold, one shot. Maybe you on me. Yeah, vault. On the right top. That's alright. Go, vault got me, Snoopy. Vault top gold. Yeah. Top gold and hit up. One shot middle purge. One each. Here are you, quick. Snoopy's our bottom. Yeah, bottom are dead. Nice. One more time on me. Try to play life. Just try to play life. Try to get him off this time. I heard. Might not connector. Absolutely connector. You ran away 1G. You went out. I'm mini through. One's still in the back of me somewhere, no? Okay. That's not even my ball. I'm pretty sure one's still on me. Hey, we're missing Purge. I think it's Purge, bro. I got one Purge. I got one in the back of me. I'm pitching. Back up bullet. Okay. And let's get middle. Behind the back wall. I'm just going to go to one shot. I spawned out. The front to my left. Bottom golding out then. Bottom awakening. Try and play your life. What's that new on him? Come in line right now. Back door me, back door again. I want the back, On the G, should be the G. Dead. Nice. Nothing in the back. That is double above me. Stop me. I don't see Purge money. I gave up top then. Shot around. I got him. What does Purge do? I think we're missing Cammy top. Yeah. He's top. I'm telling him now. Still top. Yeah, he's low. Wait. I'll tell you when I. You can't be. I didn't get time, you guys. That's on your front door. Outer right. Outer right. Back door on me too. They're gonna be 3. I'm on the back door. Back door 2 weak. 2 back door. One's back door. One shot Cammy. All good. I haven't done one left. 2 on tongue. Cammy's weak. Nothing got it right. All left. I stun left. I didn't see anything. I'm holding. Y'all hold that. I'll hold connector up front. I'm holding Victor. I have connector. I have the right cross. I got left. I gave the right cross. Alright, bet. I hope you're on time. 2 left. Oh, here. I need him all.
50 points between them. Breach still with the advantage. They can close out this series right now, but fighting from the point, accruing the time, that'll be Rocker.
Yeah, I mean, you had your chance if you're Roster during that listen at the P4, but it was a great break from the side of Boston Breach. Awakening stayed alive up top, just bought time for his teammates to get there. They break the spawns, they get on through, they hang on to this lead. But yeah, throughout that listen, there was just a couple of times where you just heard it like, we're missing one, and it was like the wrong name. So just Comms just not where they need to be here yet for Rocker.
Oh, yeah, there was one time where it's like, someone's like, there's gonna be 3 in the back, and then someone peeks the back and goes, there's one person here, or one guy. Like, well, no, it's 3 of them. Just maybe yeah, a little frantic at times, just in those moments where you're battling around the point, but the comms, something certainly you work out over the course of the year, more scrims, and more matches here in the league. But you're chipping away at this lead a bit. Once down 50 within 20, Gio is able to get a double before he drops, but now our next hard point will pop. You've got position and spawns if you're Rocker again. You did a great job with it from last time, but it's been Nero that's kind of been the hero of this particular point.
Might be Purge. Yeah, he's all the way through. Purge gets behind Paul. He's gonna find one. Can he just finesse enough? No, the trades are there, but maybe he gets enough time for Snoopy to make the play. Tried switching weapons. But at least it's gonna be messy, and there we go.
No, 100%. You made it messy enough, and you eventually push on through. A great play there for Purge. Just cuts him. I didn't see which player he got in between.
I think it was Paul. Yeah, Paul that got right behind him.
Like that time, he looked insane on the mini map. But we'll see if that ends up kind of deciding the game. No, you can't win it here, but a massive moment and a good cut there from Purge. Tries to go vertical, but Cammy can't win it. Just death. Blood, fire everywhere as everybody drops basically around the point. But Rocker, they'll get the remaining 10 seconds or so. Is now, what, 50 for the win for Rocker, 35 for the win for Breach. Wake will be playing from Deep Statue. Really the only one battling around the point was Snoopy, at least for now. You've got that top side lane kind of covered if you're a Rocker, but as long as Purge is here lurking for mid-map, and you've got somebody working on the flank in Snoopy, it's going to be difficult to get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, Rocker, I mean, they had to push P2 one last time, so you gave up arch control for P3 and P4, so there's just a ton of pressure on them. Not only to earn this time, get them off of it, but also potentially to flip those spawns. As Purge continues to make plays, another double kill through the middle of the map. Nobody on the time quite yet, but to allow Purge maybe to set this up, again, just allow them to anchor for P4.
This is where they're doing a much better job than like that first P3, where you end up getting a lot of time if you're a Rocker. They never really had that player mid-map kind of picking them out of the point. This time, yeah, they'll get the remaining time here, but you did enough. Hopefully, you got to hold now. You're going to be trailing by a point. 220, 221. But now you've played this entire time for this setup at P4. You've got to try and close it out if you are Breach. So far, so good. As long as they're trading efficiently, you should be good to go. Purge, big chow coming. Nero's able to win it. That's a massive win from him. And now, Cammy's got to be worried about what's going on. Snoopy's actually able to pick that up, and a bit of chaos around the point. Cammy trying to dip and dive, stay out of that fight, be able to pick up the push from mid. But you're into the point from Rocker. That one kill from Nero ends up getting you in. Can you do more with it?
Well, and I think Boston was just thinking, we have close spawns, let's just slay around the point and then converge onto it. But they haven't dealt with it. I mean, Estral and Nero still here. Number 3 and Snoopy is going to spawn out. Maybe that allows a pitch to develop, and it does. But it's just sort of chaos all over the place. No one wants to overchill. Final Cammy's into the point. 5 in a row for him. They can't win it here now. Roger has done enough to get into a P1. How do they keep doing this?
I don't know. Like, their breaks. Like, even if they're not clean, they're making it such a mess. You never get a semblance of control again if you are Breach. Now let's go to the point. 1 kill for either time. 245, 245. Into the point, fighting his Rocker. There's a team kill that comes in, but everybody's going to drop the final seconds through, and Rocker pushing to a map 5 in an insane one. You had position and spawns, it feels like, so often if you were Breach, but Rocker, enough presence, enough pressure, enough big gunfight wins, just break up those big holds from Breach.
And again, yeah, like you had the spawns, but the point was Rocker's, and nobody overchalled, because they're trying to cut off the reinforcements.
Well, you saw Cammy up top, he's like, do I like jump down and try to make a play? Do I stay up here and hold top control? Like, you saw him just sort of like, I don't know what to do. He's on like 5 in a row. But my God, you hold on to it. I mean, you've got a pretty okay lead, around 50 points throughout a majority of that game, really, if you are Breach.
But they just stayed around. It never got worse than that. And I think that's really the key. Like, Rocker always had like a break, or they found a good amount of time at a P1 again to make it a game and give themselves a chance. And they kind of all turned it around. I mean, the slaying was a bit one-sided. Now you can see the scoreboard. Paul with a great game, 4,200 damage from him. Celestial really turned it around. Yeah. And a lot of the times I saw him with the third AR, and then towards the end at that P4 and P1, pulled out another sub, had a couple of multi-kills.
I just remember seeing him like 7 and 14, then around 11 and 20, somewhere in that ballpark. And then, yeah, he brings it back to nearly even. So he definitely stepped it up, and a big part of why they were able to eventually get that dub. But the aggression, creating chaos, it's like one moment, one gunfight win, it gets you in. And yeah, you could just never regain control if you were Breach. When they needed those 3-4 downs desperately, if they were able to get in the control, they couldn't do it there in the hard point. Just couldn't come up with the play.
Hero loves P2, man. That guy loves it in that area. I don't know.
He had some truly terrific moments, but that sets everything up for a map 5. Breach and Rocker look to go the distance. We're headed to a quick break. When we get back, we'll see the conclusion of this series.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League. Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
everybody, and welcome back. We get to a map 5. It's going to be Rewind. Both these teams played it yesterday. If you're a Rocker, you won in round 11 in map 5 to clinch that series yesterday against LAG. If you're Breach, you beat Optic map 2. You won that 6-2 in convincing fashion. So both have a rep on it here officially. We go to a map 5, and again, this is, listen, it's early, but it's still a big one you think about for these organizations, considering the year you had last year, just to get out to a 2-0 start, and also do the fact that we saw their strength of schedule kind of over the course of this stage before Major 1, and it's getting harder at times. So, like, this is a big match for both.
No, 100%. I mean, already sort of, you have some VOD to go over, right, on day 2, right, in terms of we both played this map, so some coaches just sort of looking at tendencies, what you know, each other likes to do in terms of strategies, which maybe bomb sites that they prefer, but yeah, that round 11 was a wild one.
Yeah, no, there were a bunch of rounds that I just had like question marks in my head during the course of that one with like Rocker LAG. It was an interesting one, but a bit more efficient for Breach, and their 6-2 win, but who will be the hero here in map 5? You live for these moments as a professional player. I know, listen, we're not on the main stage, we're not at LAN, but still, the heart gets beaten in a map 5, especially when they start to go the distance. Who will be the difference maker here as we kick it to Rewind?
You like this map because it like reminds you of like your childhood?
I knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah, like going to Blockbuster.
Dude, that used to be the thing, man. Like Friday night at Blockbuster.
Even I did it.
It was the best. I wish they would have realized that they were going to go bankrupt, figure something out sooner than they did, but Netflix came out, it was gone. Sheesh, it went away quick. Man, like Circuit City, see you later. It didn't adapt fast enough. The Radio Shack, it didn't adapt like our professional players do, Joe. Well, ooh, you had trouble adapting the jetpacks, though, so
that's true. You're not wrong there.
Oh, I'm just teasing. Round 1, though, 4v3 for Boston Breach.
It's the truth. It's okay.
As they'll start us off with advantage, and take a breath here for a moment. But you got numbers on offense. Obviously, mostly going to see these plants come in towards A, just maybe waiting out. You don't have a trophy, waiting out nades, waiting for that opening. Don't want to give away any kind of freebie if you got somebody on the plant.
And maybe now with Persian this spot, you feel comfortable to plant the bomb, right? He can sort of see the cross, at least has your middle. Has one of just some info. Jason, you push this. So what's Rocker going to do? They're going to 3-man hit towards RV. Awakening's going to find that, back that up, just play with his teammate. I like this. And now Persian's going to activate on the other side of the map.
Just trying to trap him in, right? Just take space, lock him in, and they're doing such a great job of that, just picking him apart one by one. Paul last guy up, 46 HP and a dream. Purge just prone, lying in wait. And yeah, that was fun to watch on the minimap there. You just saw them kind of choke him out.
That's a Purge masterclass. Earns the first blood, gets diner control. From there, allows his teammates to work in the A bomb site. As soon as they're RV, he starts to activate on the opposite side of the map, earns himself another 2 picks. Great round from him.
No, really was. No. Perfect. Just kept taking space.
And look at that stash that's coming in for that guy.
I got to be feeling confident after, well, at least his individual performance in the last map. I mean, he was playing really well. I don't know what he actually ended up being, but he was leading the way for the team, and then things fell apart. Maybe take at least some of the individual swagger into this one. Start off with a great round 1. Just try to close this out, but real efficient. Paul gets the only kill, and it's that time where that round's basically over. He gets something different in the first blood department for Rocker. Not going to be the case as Purge and Snoopy lighting it up early on. They've got all the control in the world, and they are not slowing down. Snoopy from the top rope looking for more, hunting down his prey. He guesses right, he went left. Destro gets one, but the follow-up there from Cammy. Last guy is Geo. Cop car, nades connect, bullets hit, fist bumps out, Breach is rolling.
Yeah, and I don't know the break off. Geo looks like he's watching mid-street. Maybe he's watching over towards Diner. Not exactly sure the angle, but Snoopy just walked up middle. They just weren't ready for it. That starts the Boston Breach sort of round win. But yeah, Geo was all the way in the back. It looked like that's the angle he was looking at, but maybe just L-triggered at a different spot. And yeah, they get caught off guard. Again, there's a lot of stuff on the middle of the road. So who knows?
It looks like it's just like an open street, but it's not.
It's not.
72 vehicles, trees, bricks, trash cans. There's everything. Somebody hits a slide, and you just miss some sneak on through. But they're pushing the tempo a little bit this time as Breach. Aggressive out towards B. Get one across with bomb. But he's going to start to work that plant quickly. Put this pressure on Rocker early in the round. Plant is through.
And then I talk about timing. He's like, what timing is Persian to get? Because he doesn't have to worry about his connector. That's why you see him backing up. But he's just jump spotting. And well, I think Nero's going to find a first blood. Awakening with a response. In this retake, now down to a 2 versus 2.
Purge yet to drop. He's 5-0. 25 seconds remaining on this. They kind of had one ninja. Think about maybe doing it again. Paul tucked away in the corner, able to hit it. Oh, God, I thought Purge had a chance. The shot's a little bit shaky. He's thinking about the next fight, probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He knows he's got somebody about to hop the wall on him. Thinking maybe 1v2, 7-0 start, but it's not going to happen there. The retake. It gets done. Rocker, get around.
There's like a little tree there. I mean, listen, I'm not making an excuse for him. Yeah, he definitely got smoked. But yeah, you know, a lot of the times our players in 1 versus 2s, yeah, this is going to look ugly.
Yeah, you're just thinking about the snap. You're thinking about the snap.
Oh, but Gio was right there anyways. Never mind. He was literally on top.
Oh, no. That's what I was saying. He's thinking he has to like instantly win that insta snap. Like he was likely dead to rights. But no, it wasn't the prettiest shots.
No, but that's sort of like kind of what we saw yesterday from LAG with this B bomb site. It's tough when you start to give up some space. It's the same thing right there where they give it up and then their sort of 2-on-2 play gets red, right? They try to rotate through courtyard and they get caught.
Excuse me, sir. You're in my lane.
Oh, wait, we have a car battle. It's battle bots.
Purge on one side, Paul on the other. Just kind of spotting for mid-map. A lot of these, you know, they might lead to an assist, lead to a kill, but more often than not, just kind of 3Ping for info.
I wish we could see what they were looking at, because this is not what they're looking at.
You don't think he's just checking out Diner in that Jeep there?
No, I do not believe so. He's definitely looking at, like, something else.
He just likes that part of the map, Joe.
Okay. I will defend this burger town.
Guy loves cheeseburgers.
Same.
Who doesn't? Well, probably vegans or vegetarians or something. Purge looks to activate, though. And he does. That's another first blood for him. Can't take down a second, but then a flurry of kills come through afterwards, and the numbers lead the way of Breach. 2 versus 1, 25 seconds remaining. Nero gets bombed back.
Here's a reload. Ooh. He heard the reload. That's why he snapped. But Snoopy, bit of an off angle there on top of the trash can, then hits the jump. Maybe just gets a little wonky there and able to catch him.
It's just,
maybe just a headshot.
Yeah.
We're not seeing hit markers, but he got zapped.
No, that's the one thing I know we have a couple. Bear with us. It's early in the season. A couple bugs with Codcaster. We usually do at the beginning, but like the no hit markers throws me off sometimes. Like I can't tell if he got that person one shot or.
Yeah, no. I mean that was evaporated there.
No, he certainly did. Breach with that round now comfortably in control again. Purge a leading at 6-2 and 2 first bloods I believe through 4. They want to push it again. He'll get stunned up. He's there to cover Snoopy. They'll really just get that plant down, and now just trying to get eyes on any kind of mid-push. The first blood will come to Paul. The Purge wants to find the timing, and he gets spotted. Thought maybe he found a cut through. Didn't end up being the case. Snoopy does get a kill and get out, though. Gives them a chance.
Not the easiest retake. There's a lot of angles for this bomb. Maybe you can wallbang this. You're waiting on Snoopy, potentially on the pinch, was trying to get on through. Awakening, he is just zoned out. Great retake out of Rocker. But I think the big one there from Paul is that first blood, right? Because the last time we saw this A-bomb worked by Boston Breach, it was someone sneaking up towards Diner slowly but surely in Purge, getting angles. He doesn't allow that to happen, and then, yeah, Purge tries to activate through the middle of the stream.
Yeah,
Paul catches him.
If he finds the timing there and gets through, might be a very different round, but Paul does everything there for Rocker. And just keeps him within a round. I mean, similar to what we just saw in the hard point. Just staying around, staying close, until maybe you can steal one late.
And you know what they talked about yesterday. This is why they brought Paul on, for his great surge play. And, well, he's leading the way here at 7-3.
You think he earned himself another car? Not sure if that was Paul's. Plant just about to finish here today. And you are grouped up and ready to go if you are Breach. All 4 on top of each other. Here we go. Spots on the one. Cammy, not really much damage in.
There's just crossfires all over the map. Nero finally with a first blood. I think Cammy was trying to like sneak that. Snoopy now trying to make the play in a 2 versus 3.
Uh-oh.
It's him and Purge. Yeah, just so many times he somehow wins it versus Gio. Is this possible? Still 20 seconds left. Maybe not anymore after Nero found Snoopy.
Oh my God, I thought it got crazy for a second. I thought he got caught. That was a great job when Estro just repositioned a little bit and caught Cammy. There's just so many things to like lie prone behind, so many things to duck behind. Yeah, Cammy like, tried to like sort of snake, can't really that effectively in this, but like trying, and Estriel just tucks away, repositions, catches him.
I told you there's 7 lanes inside the
just inside the blockbuster.
Yeah.
Ooh. But now you tie it up. If you're Rocker, 3-3. Paul continuing his great game. Purge gets another in that round.
Both sides throwing that nade. It has gotten close. In back-to-back rounds. Maybe finding a first blood, but Gio was so good in map 2 with first bloods. Able to find another one here.
And last time you got the same little route to get out. He tries to do the same thing. Purge is going to cut through and try to find the opening. Last time Paul able to pick it up. And now they are just sliced apart. Last guy is about to take a door to the back of the head. He's in a car.
He's in a car.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, well, hello. Oh, hi there. He gets a kill with the car as well. Also takes out Purge. Now we're suddenly in a 1 versus 1. Okay. Okay. Show me something, Paul. He's on double digits, 5 straight. Cammy, big one-on-one win yesterday against Dashy. Can he get another one here? He gets the spot. Can't get away. Paul with the 1v3. Little help from the streak. And Paul is going nuts in this map 5.
And they just continue to make plays. I mean, they're just icing up throughout these maps. In that one, yeah, I mean, you get the 1 kill with the car. And then, yeah, Purge is maybe just trying to hunt him.
No, he hears the car and tries to hunt him instantly.
Yeah, he's trying to hunt him down. You open the door. You don't expect him to be there. But what, I assume this is the player on the bomb? Or yeah, near in the middle of the street. You know, Awakening's probably weak from a previous fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And we saw Purge's POV. Just get shot in the back.
Yeah, the car, I mean, the fact he got a kill. Everything puts you into a 1 versus 1. Unbelievable stuff there. 6 straight. From Paul.
What a stun. We're going to try to go through that stun, right? You see how many enemies he stun up, and Nero turns it into a double. Another 2-on-2.
Trade should be there, and it is not. Nice little snap to win another. Woo.
Well, and whoever threw that stun from...
Like everybody?
Yeah, I mean, you see like that, you know, it might say X3, like right towards the plus 15s, and you give that comm, they try to activate off of it. They just get cut down, and then Estriel, some great shots snapping to close the round out.
Yeah, I thought maybe he hops there, gets the kill, drops back, and you've got like a one-on-one, but Estriel ends it there. Paul all smiles because he has been frying. Rocker, it was what? They were in a 1-3 hole? Yeah. Now they've won 4 straight. Paul has obviously been massive in this, but now let's see what Boston Breach can do. Can they make a late surge? All the stuns going out.
Awakening was in between like 4 different nades. Somehow stayed alive. Nero gets hit again. He's got a back gun up. And yeah, after all the nades are done, we're finally just a bit of a stalemate.
Yep.
We're right back to B. It's a 4-on-4. Everyone is here. Breach to lead the trades for now.
That Chow looked insane from Wake for a second. I thought he like swung by himself for a moment, but gets a little help from his teammates. Estriel just sends it. Just sends it and catches Wake. And he just gets out like a thief. Snoopy, though, brings one back. It's all on Gio. Looking good for Boston Breach here. Just got to close this one out and extend this map 5. Gio want none of it, though. He's been kind of the slow man on the team for this particular map. He's 2-5 right now. Maybe he's got a clutch in him, though. Oh, the timing. Oh. For a second, I thought that timing was insane, but he gets spotted.
Yeah, and the reason Estriel is able to find that Tommy on that kill, right, is because what's so tough for attacking teams, if you have nobody really spotting mid-street, you know, you're not sure who's inside the A-bomb, there's just so many different flank routes, right? Yeah. So they start to push towards B, and they're just thinking, all right, they're going to flank, they're going to pinch, so you slide on back, that gives those openings. But yeah, almost some timing going Gio's way. Instead, Breach stay alive.
Oh, no, I thought it was like an absolutely insane one where he's going to give himself a free 1v1, but thankfully for Breach, well, I think Cammy got the spot. Can Breach win this one to get to a round 11? Rocker won this in a game 5 round 11 yesterday. Maybe they have to do it again.
Yeah, they control if you're bossing, but now they're going to back up. We're trying to meet them. Maybe at those doors, maybe at hole in the wall. Kind of what we saw in like round 1.
And yeah, you give up a lot of space here for your rocker. You play it real passive, maybe try to catch somebody.
Watch Snoopy, watch number 3. But they're going to know someone's in connector now, so maybe he gets caught here because of this purge play. Maybe not.
Can he stay up? Can he stay up? Just trying to get out. Why didn't hop in and away? First blood there for Snoopy. Nice job not getting traded. He had a great map too. He's activating here as well. On 4 straight is Snoopy. Time dwindling now. You got to try and work this bomb planner. We're going to round 11. Nice little slide out and shout from Purge. Another one for him. That'll be bombed down as well.
They're just roaming together.
What the hell do you if you're rocker?
Yeah, Purge and Snoopy are just roaming together with the subs. 15 seconds left. Awakening's ready for the push through. It's all down to Paul.
Okay.
He's had some moments, but yeah, he's...
About to say, like, someone stop this guy, man. Round 11 again. Rocker did it yesterday in a Game 5, round 11 on Rewind. Can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I thought what was going to happen, right? Because, you know, you get Snoopy into a lurk roll where he's in the connector inside a gen, and Purge almost gets caught. So I thought maybe they're just going to check all the corners.
Well, it looked like he was. Like, he opened the door. He, like, kind of looked like he was looking behind the door.
Light, though, like, so he starts shooting at him instead.
Yeah. It's like Purge is like perfect unintentional bait, maybe.
Exactly.
Because, yeah, no, he definitely thought someone was in that corner. Round 11, and away we go. Winner here starts out 2-0 to kick off the CDL for 2025 season. It'll be Rocker on offense, and once again, they try to take a space. This Breach on defense. They want to get aggressive, similar to the last round. Don't allow them to get in and get a free plant. Pretty similar to what we saw in the last round, honestly. But you back out completely this time, right? If you are Breach, Nade gonna hit on both sides. Purge drops, Nero drops. It's a trade from the nades.
Okay, car blown up as well. So yeah, I mean, Rockford just played it very slow. On the other side, Breach got inside of A. They're like, all right, they're not A, they're gonna be B. Kind of backed up out of A, and now Rocker, they can work this bomb if they want to, and they start that behind Estriel.
Well, Purge's been the playmaker on one side. He's out of this. Paul has been it on the other side. He's still in. Will Paul be the guy in this round 11? Starting to hunt. Door gets open. Geo gets pick. Awakening. Will he check? Ooh, he doesn't check, but he doesn't get finished. Then finally he does. Paul able to get one. It's all on Cammy now. 1 versus 3. 25 seconds to go. And he will drop. Rocker win another Rewind round 11, and they are 2-0 to start the season. It's not always pretty.
It's gritty.
It is gritty as they get another victory here, and it's got to be frustrating if you're Breach. You start up 3-1 in this map 5. You had some really dominant moments like the control as well. You're up 50 in most of the map 4 in the hard point. You just can't close it out.
Rocker just stay alive. Yeah, like, I mean, this at times reminded me of like Breach last year, where like they just got into a Game 5, couldn't close it out, right?
Or like I mean, Rocker at times too, like last year. Like,
yeah, honestly, well, both teams were 11-12, so I guess that makes sense.
Just so many Game 5 losses that they had last year. Right now, though.